This morning I'm working on a big project. I am rendering lard. I have a lot of fat in our freezers from the last couple of times that we processed pigs. I just went ahead and took the big blocks of fat and froze them. You can even put them in a cardboard box, wrap in plastic, whatever you want to do. Store them away in the freezer until you have a bunch to work with. Because it is messy and creates a lot of dishes that are greasy and need to be cleaned, so it's nice to do it kind of in larger batches. Anyway, so today seemed like a good day to do it. So last night I pulled out boxes of fat and I actually just stored them right on our porch because it's 20 degrees here this morning, 21 I think it was when I got up. And so that way they were ready. I didn't have to go dig this morning. I wanted to get started right away. So I brought them in and I let them sit on the counter for a little bit to just slightly start to thaw them so that I was able to cut them. Now I'm going to cut these into chunks. Some people are really particular. They want to cut to tiny pieces, or you can run it through a grinder, etc. Done is better than perfect is my motto. I have a busy house, I'm homeschooling a lot of kids. I have 11 kids and I just need to get things done. So this is what I'm working with. This was frozen in a container. I have another box of it here. This is my roasting pan. I started throwing some pieces in. What I am doing, because we threw this in a hurry, there's still some meat bits in there. Do you see this meat? As I'm chopping, I'm removing those because any meat in here will give your lard a kind of a porky flavor rather than a pure flavor. As I'm cutting this in strips, you can see what I'm talking about. It's actually pretty easy though because it's mostly in large chunks. A few bits like this. It just was, we were in a hurry and not being the neatest when we were pushing through these pigs on butchering day, but that's fine, no problem, because I'll just cut that out, save the white part, and cook up the meat. Someone to give him more eggs. Can you scoop more eggs in for him? Loaded a lot for him. There's a bowl waiting for him. Okay, I wanted to show you my progress. So I'm getting closer to having this thing full. I got through all of those real meaty pieces that took a lot longer, and I'm finally to pieces that are just fat and very easy to just chop and add. So it's quickly progressing. This is my finished result. I heaped it up because it will cook down a lot. I just happened to thaw out a good amount here. And the end got a lot easier because it was just straight fat. I didn't have to cut any meat out. Okay, so I am just putting it in here. That's it. I'm not doing any water or anything. Now my dial is broken, so I am hoping that I put it on about 250 or 275, but I can't really tell. So that's just my guess and my hope. And now we're going to let this cook. About every hour I'll stir it, and we'll leave this for maybe 7-ish hours. Lewis still longs to go outside. So once a day, Samuel has been taking him out to do animal chores with him, and he loves it. It is after 8, and so today, I forgot to mention this, but when I had this cooking today, I left the lid like this so that water could evaporate, because I don't want water to remain. And then I had a spoon here, and about every hour or so I just stirred it. So this is where we're at here. It is time to put it into jars. So you can see these cracklings on the top have turned brown, and they're floating in the oil, the lard that we're now going to put in a jar. So I just unplugged this. I'm going to let it cool slightly so I'm not just completely risking scalding myself. And then what I like to do is take my colander and just scoop out a whole bunch of these cracklings just right off the bat, because it's easier. Yeah, it's a metal colander. Good point, Bella. It's easier to work with when there are less of these cracklings in the way, because we have to separate these and get this into jars. So we're going to let this cool just for a couple minutes here, then I'm going to scoop that off. Okay, I got the kids in bed, got this strained, and now I'm finishing this last bit of the puzzle here. So I use glass jars because we go through lard pretty quickly with our large family. I use quart jars. If I had a smaller family, I think I'd use pint jars. I do find jars are easy to clean when you're done with the jar of lard. I wipe it out with a paper towel just to get the bulk of the oil, and then hot soapy water, and they're washed up and ready to go. To filter these, it's mostly just, you can see, really pure oil, but just to catch those cracklings, I use this stainless steel filter and a stainless steel mesh, what do you call this thing? Strainer. And then I use a glass measuring cup, and I just scoop and pour. It's just that easy. Just that easy. Kind of hard to do one-handed, but you get the idea. My final count is almost 3 gallons. 1 quart shy of 3 gallons from this one roaster. So that's pretty good. And we get to clean this stuff up. Like I said, I wipe it out first with paper towels just to cut down on the grease, and then wash it in hot soapy water, and we'll be good as new here. These jars I will also wipe down, and I actually find that baby wipes as a final wipe help to kind of cut the grease before you put them into storage. I do, since I have an extra refrigerator, I have been storing my tallow in the refrigerator, but you don't have to. I just have that space, and it helps it to last longer.
Is this
so
tallow or lard?
I mean lard. Just, yeah, we were talking about tallow lotion, so I have tallow in my mind, but yeah, I will put those in there. If I run out of room in there, then I just keep it in my storage space and use those jars first, and then leave the fridge for the futures.